Hi, this is Tyson from Dinosaur Dog Studio. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video today. Today we're going to talk about perfectionism and the dangers of perfectionism within music and as being an independent artist.
All the choices you gotta make, all your beautiful mistakes.
Before I talk about perfectionism specifically, I want to talk about the opposite of perfectionism, is where I see a lot of artists putting in effort to create something, but then they don't spend enough effort on one part of the process, and they essentially throw away all of their own work by ruining it somehow. Good example is they spend a lot of time and effort into songwriting and creating a production for that song, and then they go and they create a really crappy music video to promote that song, where the song is excellent. The video just brings the whole thing down, and nobody's going to take them seriously or their music seriously because of this monstrosity that they've created, and they're ruining their own brand by creating a music video that doesn't align with what they're trying to do. The best way to essentially create a nice center where we're not being perfectionism and we're not hindering ourselves in being able to get things done, but we're also not falling on this other end where we're not actually meeting a standard of quality that we should be as independent artists. So, and this is just referencing. So throughout the entire process, whether it's songwriting, whether it's production, whether it's recording, mixing, mastering, creating artwork for your release, creating a music video, everything, you can reference something else. Reference somebody who is not your peer. So don't look at what other local people are doing if you're local. Look at the professionals in the industry, people who are successful that you would want to have their success. Reference that. As independent artists, be careful of referencing people who are assigned to a label who have millions of dollars at their disposal to create promotion. That's a danger, because then you'll fall into perfectionism of trying to reach 100% the quality of somebody who has 10 times your budget. The answer here is you should reference them. However, expect to only get 95% of the way there to that goal, essentially. And also have multiple references so you're not just aiming for one particular thing. Then you'll end up ripping that person off and then not being original in your own material. So any promotion that you create, any music you create, reference other people, reference multiple sources, but also expect to only be 90% of the way there. Be in the ballpark of where they're at, so it meets that standard of this is professional. This is not going to turn people off from my music when I put it out there. My second point here with perfectionism is focus on what matters. Be a perfectionist when it matters. Be a perfectionist with your lead vocal on your song. That is what 90% of people are listening to. And if it's not great, they'll notice. And so be a perfectionist where it matters. And this is more of an exercise of not finding what matters, but also what doesn't matter. For example, your band name or your artist name, if you don't already have one, it doesn't matter what it is. There's a lot of emphasis put into it. I know I've been part of many bands, and there's so much emphasis put into the name of the group. However, people are going to associate the name with whatever you do afterwards. For example, if I put out an album, people are then going to associate my name with that album, and they're going to be connected in their minds. So it doesn't matter what the name was originally, it will lose all its meaning, and the music then takes that place. If Limp Bizkit can create a hit song and be successful with it, it doesn't matter what your name is. So I hope this was helpful in determining on how to avoid perfectionism, and then also not falling in the other trap of not releasing quality material. So it's a good middle ground. It'll allow you to be productive, but also effective with what you're doing. So again, reference everything, reference multiple sources, but don't expect to be 100% of the way there to any one of those references. All right, again, I hope this was helpful. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. If you are looking around and you find that your productions aren't actually meeting the standard that you need to be hitting in order to keep moving your career forward, you can contact me at dinosaurdogstudio.com. I would love to connect with you, talk about your project, and also how we can actually get you to where you want to be and get professional sounding music out there. Thanks for watching again, and have a great week. Thanks.
Won't make this so